Let's get to another management. We have Saurabh Mittal, the MD and CEO at Greenlam Industries, who joins us. Well, Saurabh, you're joining to talk about the recent fundraise, as well as yesterday you all went ahead and acquired a unit in Gujarat. Now, let's address the fundraise first. You know, the street was enthused by this allotment to Smithy Holding. That's owned by the co-founders of Asian Paints. So a couple of questions on this front. One is, do they want a larger chunk than what's already been given? Point number one. Point number two is, will they get a board seat? Go ahead.
So Smithy Holding has invested agreed to invest 195 crores in the company. And this is Jalaj Jali and family who are co-founders of Asian Paints. They already hold about, I think, 5% through another firm called Hydra Trading Investment. So I think in total, with this new preferential allotment, which the board has agreed to, provide, I think in total they'll be slightly shy of 10% holding in the company. As far as the board seat is concerned, I think it really depends on what Jalaj wants. So we are absolutely comfortable to have him on the board. So that's a decision he needs to take.
So if they want a board seat, you're more than welcoming them on board as of now, given that they have close to 10% in the company. And any plans of diluting more to them?
No, there are no other plans, on diluting further to them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so no plans of diluting further to the Dani.
That's correct.
All right. Any further fundraising plans from your end?
No, I think that's it for the moment. Yeah. So I think we are kind of sorted out with the fundraise.
Okay.
We'll be tying up some debt for the new expansions. I think that's going on.
Okay. So you're saying that no further fundraising plans, but you've acquired this manufacturing facility, right? The laminate manufacturing facility for 36 crores. What is the revenue potential of this facility, and any more investments that you will make for any kind of upgradation?
Right. So we've acquired it for about 36 crores. We probably will be spending about another 15 crores in upgrading the facility. And post the upgradation, the revenue potential from this plant with the upgraded facility will be about 250 crores per annum. So that's the numbers there.
So it's 5x asset turn.
Yes, that's correct.
All right. Oh, that's a big number. Saurabh, also give us a few details. It's 950 crores, the capex that you've lined up. There'll be some part of it will be debt. You'll have just raised some money as well from Smithy Holdings, as we just discussed. So at peak levels, what would be the debt number?
So level now with the fundraise already done in terms of the decision. So I think at peak level, the debt will probably be somewhere in the band of 550, 600 crores, which probably will be something like FY24. So that'll be the approximate number at that point.
Okay, okay. You're planning to set up a third laminate plant and also foray into plywood and particle boards business. Why are you looking to do that when you already have group companies like Greenply and Green Panel that are doing the same thing?
So all the three companies are independent of each other now, Greenply, Green Panel and Greenlam. So particle boards and the third laminate plant is something which we're setting up in Andhra Pradesh. So particle board is not being produced, just by knowledge, by the other two companies. So this is going to be a European line, state-of-the-art manufacturing facility with laminates, and various kinds of laminates will also be produced, which will provide great products to the OEMs, architects, commercial projects, and to the homeowners. So this is being set up in Andhra Pradesh with an investment of about 825 odd crores. And the plywood facility is coming up in South India, in Tamil Nadu. And South India, remains to be the largest branded market of plywood in the country. So I think that's what we've taken, yes.
So any kind of increase in debt? I mean, your debt is still under about 200 crores. But because of these expansion plans, would you increase your debt in any way?
No, so like I said earlier, so now with the fundraise and the internal cash flows and the cash we're sitting on, so peak debt would be in the range of, I think, 550, 600 plus minus by FY24, yes.
Okay, all right. Saurabh, I think a large part of your raw material requirement is imported. If you could put a number to that, how much of your raw material requirement is imported? I think it was upwards of 70%. So my question to you is, freight costs have gone up. Now, hopefully they cool off from there. You have the rupee as well that's got a little bit weak. So you have part of that, I think, hedged because you have a large proportion of exports as well. So net, how does this work out from here on? What are the price increases you've taken? And also, what should be the margin band for the entity on the whole from here on?
Right. So currently, in the current business model, which is the laminates, veneer, flooring doors, about 70 to 80% raw material is imported or factory imports. And on a net basis, we are net exporters. We are not net importers. So we have a natural hedge on the currency front. And specifically on dollar front, we export more dollars than we import. So rupee depreciation helps us marginally though. So that's on the currency front. As far as the raw material costs are concerned and margin front is concerned, cost now seems to be kind of stable. We haven't seen further expansion of costs, in this quarter. And whatever cost went up in Q4, by and large, all the increases have been implemented.
All right. So Saurabh, net, the rupee depreciation is positive for you. Just final number that I want.
Marginally.
What is the margin outlook that you're looking at, and also the volume guidance for your laminate business for FY23? Go ahead.
So hard to give them a margin guidance with the way things have moved last year. There's so much of unpredictability. So really difficult, but I think it should be better than what we did in FY2. And so, yeah.
And on the revenue front, any targets that you have for the full year?
Well, things are looking pretty good with us, I would say that. So really, I think we should be I think growth percent should also be very good, I believe so.
Sorry, you mentioned Hydra Trading, is it? That's a group.
Yes.
That's a group promoter entity.
No, that's a promoter entity. That's an entity owned by Jalaj.
Marvel fans, I'm assuming.
I don't know that.
All right, it's interesting conversation. I mean, that was not the takeaway from that conversation. Interesting chat as always, and I mean, investors are very bullish on the company. It's done very well, Greenlam, at about 327 or so. Now,